Imagine being the first human to ever wake up in the morning, stretching your arms toward the rising sun, feeling the warmth of the tropical breeze on your bare skin, yawning widely and letting out a loud roar into the tropical forest. That's right, you are now a newly evolved human being, and you've just woken up on this beautiful day 300,000 years ago. So what happens next? Well, that's what we are going to find out in today's exciting episode. Hello, and welcome to Mystery Machine, the channel that brings you the most spectacular, intriguing, and sometimes bizarre stories from the dawn of humanity. In today's episode, we are going to travel back in time to the lower Paleolithic age and see what life was really like 300,000 years ago. You are about to embark on an adventure full of danger, discovery, and intrigue. Are you ready to discover what life was really like 300,000 years ago? Then let's begin our journey back in time. The year is 300,000 BC. Also known as the Holocene epoch, this period marked the beginning of the Stone Age, which lasted until around 3300 BC. During this period, humans relied on stone tools for survival, and the world was a very different place than it is today. The continents were still forming, woolly mammoths roamed the land, and dinosaurs were still ruling the skies. The climate was generally warmer than it is today, but there were still significant variations depending on the region. This created a mosaic of environments that supported a wide variety of plants and animals. Now, if you want to picture what the world looked like at this point in history, think of rolling grasslands dotted with ancient trees and home to all kinds of prehistoric creatures. There would be herds of wild cattle, horses, and other animals that humans would eventually domesticate, as well as predators such as wolves, bears, and large cats. The forests would be dense and dark with towering trees that provided shelter to all kinds of animals from birds to insects. And of course, there would be the woolly mammoth, a large elephant-like creature with thick fur and tusks that would become a symbol of the Ice Age. As for the flora, imagine vast fields of grasses and herbs, as well as shrubs and small trees. Depending on the region, you might also find flowering plants such as magnolias and camellias, as well as coniferous trees like pines and spruces. Some parts of the world would have already begun to experience the formation of deserts, while others would have been covered in lush vegetation. But before we dive into what life was like 300,000 years ago, let's take a closer look at how humans evolved and what our world looked like during that time. Humans evolved in Africa over a period of millions of years from earlier hominid species. One of the earliest members of our genus, Homo habilis, lived in Africa around 2.4 million years ago. Over time, new species of Homo emerged, such as Homo erectus, who were the first hominids to migrate out of Africa and into Europe and Asia. These early humans had larger brains and more advanced tool-making abilities than their predecessors. They also developed the ability to walk upright on two legs, freeing their hands to manipulate objects and use tools. As for the rest of the animal kingdom, it's important to remember that many of the species that exist today have been around for millions of years. For example, the ancestors of modern horses, cows, and pigs can be traced back to species that lived during the Pleistocene epoch. Likewise, the ancestors of modern humans, Homo sapiens, emerged in Africa around 300,000 years ago and eventually spread to other parts of the world, replacing earlier hominid species such as Neanderthals and Denisovans. Now let's explore what life was like for early humans living in this world. One of the most significant characteristics of early humans was their ability to use tools. Unlike any other species, they had the intelligence and dexterity to create and use weapons, jewelry, and other objects made of stone, bone, or wood. They also had the ability to plan ahead and think strategically, which allowed them to hunt more efficiently and gather resources more effectively. Early humans were also highly adaptable and could survive in a wide range of environments, from dense forests to open grasslands. They were also able to communicate with each other using a complex system of sounds and gestures, which facilitated cooperation and the sharing of knowledge. However, life was not easy for early humans. They faced constant threats from predators and other dangers, such as natural disasters and disease. They also had to contend with competition for resources from other species as well as from each other. Despite these challenges, early humans were able to adapt and thrive, eventually becoming the dominant species on the planet. As you can see, life 300,000 years ago was vastly different from the world we live in today. It was a world filled with challenges and dangers, but also with opportunities for exploration and discovery. Now let's continue our adventure and see what some of the greatest scientific discoveries have revealed about life 300,000 years ago. The archaeological record provides us with invaluable insights into what life was like 300,000 years ago. By studying ancient artifacts, scientists have been able to reconstruct the daily lives of early humans and gain a deeper understanding of their culture, technology, and social structure. For example, the discovery of stone tools has allowed archaeologists to trace the development of human technology over time and to understand how early humans used tools for hunting, gathering, and other tasks. The study of ancient settlements has revealed the ways in which early humans lived in groups and organized their societies. And the analysis of ancient burials has shed light on their beliefs about death and the afterlife. One particularly fascinating discovery was the finding of cave paintings in places such as Lascaux Cave in Spain, which date back to around 35,000 years ago. These paintings depict a variety of animals and scenes from daily life, and they provide a rare glimpse into the minds of early humans. By studying these paintings, scientists have been able to learn more about the cognitive abilities of early humans and their capacity for abstract thought and symbolism. Another exciting area of research is the study of ancient DNA, which has allowed scientists to trace the origins of modern humans and to understand our evolutionary history. By analyzing the genetic material of ancient hominids, such as Neanderthals and Denisovans, researchers have been able to learn more about our relatives and the ways in which we interacted with them. For example, studies have shown that modern humans interbred with Neanderthals and Denisovans, leaving behind genetic markers that can still be found in some populations today. So what do these scientific discoveries tell us about life 300,000 years ago? Firstly, they show us that early humans were highly skilled and resourceful individuals who were capable of creating sophisticated tools and art. They also demonstrate the diversity of human cultures and the ways in which different groups of humans lived and interacted with their environments. Finally, the study of ancient DNA has helped us to understand our place in the story of evolution and the connections we have to other hominid species. In conclusion, life 300,000 years ago was a truly remarkable experience. If you had the chance to go back in time to this era, you would have witnessed a world unlike any other with its unique plants, animals, and most importantly, its primitive humans. While our ancestors may have lacked the advanced technology and conveniences of modern life, they were nonetheless highly skilled and adaptable creatures who were able to flourish in a wide range of environments. The discovery of cave paintings and other artifacts suggests that they had a rich culture and a deep understanding of their surroundings. And the study of ancient DNA has revealed the fascinating connections we have to other hominid species. As we continue to explore the archaeological record, we can be sure that we will uncover even more secrets about life 300,000 years ago and gain a deeper appreciation for the incredible journey that has brought us to where we are today. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us as we explored what life was like 300,000 years ago. We hope you enjoyed learning about the world's most spectacular, intriguing, and sometimes bizarre stories from the dawn of humanity. If you did, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any of our exciting new episodes. We have so many more amazing stories to share with you, including more from the dawn of humanity. Thanks again for joining us today. We'll see you next time on Mystery Machine.